And there's a look at a stadium where I once triumphantly competed. That is Olympic Stadium here in Seoul, South Korea. That, of course, was the main stage for the 1988 Olympics, where Ben Johnson briefly set a world record time in the 100 meters before he was busted for steroids. And then several decades later, yours truly competed in a New Balance 10K that started there. We won't talk about how that one finished, but I did break the hour mark, which was kind of impressive considering I didn't even have any idea I'd be running the next day. What happened was I was in a relationship and agreed about 6 months prior to take part in the New Balance 10K. We split up about a month later, and then the morning of the race, I got a phone call saying, "Hey, I'm gonna bring your race kit." And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I'd gone to bed a few hours early, completely hungover, but I pulled up myself from my bootstraps, and I don't even know if that made any sense, and headed over here and ran that 10K with a few stops in convenience stores for Powerades on the way. Don't know if that was legal or not, but I had a shoe tag on so they could tell if I was cheating. But anywho, it is Monday, September 16th, 1:40 p.m., and the temperature could best be described as hot as balls. I just did a live stream that started over there by the Lotte Super Tower. Oops. Touchscreen is a little finicky since my fingers are so sweaty, but it's hard to believe that building in the center of the shot is a few meters taller than the CN Tower. I walked around there and Sukchon Lake and by Lotte World, and then we made our way this way, passing through a pretty neat food market on the way. And it appears to be game day at Jamsil Baseball Stadium. The Doosan Bears are playing, also known as the Seoul Bears. And this is the biggest holiday of the year here in Korea. It is Chuseok. So most people, or at least office workers, are off work till Wednesday. It's a big family event. It's essentially the Korean Thanksgiving. And this baseball stadium opened up in the early 80s. It seats around 25,000. And unlike Olympic Stadium, I never competed here, but I did once drink an awful lot of beers here. Maybe if I remember to, I can throw some pictures up from that time a long time ago. I also attended a playoff game here featuring a walk-off home run. A lot of people are loading up on food and snacks to bring into the stadium. And if you haven't seen a Korean baseball game, if you're ever in Korea, do yourself a favor and get some tickets. It is not at all like going to an MLB game. There's cheerleading. Most of the regular players have their own song. It is a riot. I've been to games in the Tokyo Dome and a few other stadiums in Japan and a few stadiums in Korea, and this was the best experience, I would say. Not the best stadium, but the atmosphere is everything, and this is phenomenal. It only seats 25,000 people, but baseball is a big, big deal here. And as for this video, well, I've walked myself almost into heat exhaustion. I just had another Powerade. I had one during my stream. But I'm just gonna head back on line 2 here from Sports Complex Stadium to Gangnam Station. So this is actually going to be a subway ride video. One that is starting out with a neat look at some game day pregame stuff going on. This whole area is a giant sports complex. It features a number of facilities used for those 1988 Olympics. And this is the main street here. And again, the Lotte Super Tower, I think that's what it's called. Lotte World is right around there. And this station serves two different lines, I believe line 2 and line 9. I could take either of those, but we're going to be taking line 2. Just take one quick look over here. I believe these people are picking up tickets. What a wild scene. And it's great to see so many young people into baseball. This is one sport that sometimes kind of wanes in popularity in North America, but it is king in this country. There's some delicious looking food. All right, that's enough story time and dilly-dallying. Let's head down into the station. And because it's a holiday, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people going in the direction I am. I think just about everyone is either going to this station or Jamsil Station, which is a few stops in that direction. That's where Lotte World is. That place was absolutely packed. A lot of things are open during Chuseok. It's just the crowds are lighter than normal. Kind of makes moving around the city rather pleasant. But I believe this line opened in 1982 or 1980. I have those dates burned in my head for some reason. And line 2 is a circle line. It's one of the biggest of its kind in the world. And the Seoul Metro is enormous. And this is the busiest line. It's the second oldest. There you can see we can head to Jamsil or Seoul National University of Education. That's the direction we're going to. But there's throngs of fans pouring into the stadium. Again, a very young demographic here. Got my T-Money card ready to go. There we go. Now we're gonna head down to the tracks. I'll try to do another transit video where I transfer. I did one last year starting at Wangshimni. All right, now I'm an idiot. I want to be on the other side. I was not thinking, but this side is coming from Samsung. We want to go the other way. Oopsie doopsie. Well, you get to see more of the station. It looks like I just missed a train anyways, so we got time. I don't think I'll be charged for tapping out, then back in right away. And subconsciously, I just spent a lot of time in Japan, zero charge, where the trains run on the left side. So my sense of direction kind of led me down to that side. But here, they go on the right side. You could go to Hapjeong, that is near Itaewon, Sindolim, Sadong, and Seoul National University of Education. Don't use this as like an informative guide or anything. And fare is distance-based. Yeah, look how quiet this is. You get a map of the area. So we would have had to have walked, a fair bit. There is Samsung Station. Then should be Sunlung Station. Sunlung. I have friends that live there. Then after Sunlung should be Yaksum. I can actually get off at Yaksum and just walk. Maybe we'll do that. Because we've already seen the walk from Gangnam Station and then Gangnam-yak. And it's going to be like a downhill walk. Oh, one of his boards isn't working. And normally that would show you where the train is, but the train is over 2 stops away. That one on the left is 2 stops ago, and Jamsil Seine 1 stop ago, and then this stop. So they're probably running on reduced service. And I mentioned this is a circle line. So we are going to Yaksum. That is it. Very popular stop is Hongdae. Friday and Saturday nights. Dongdaemun. There's a really, really awesome area called Haewa right there. But yeah, it is mind-boggling trying to make sense of just the sheer scale of the system. And you've got these 9 lines. I think this one's more of a commuter rail line. You've got the airport railroad, another line. There's a whole bunch of commuter rail lines not on here. The Shinbundang line, which is a private line that's not government owned. So it is a little more expensive. The Suin Bundang line and the Shilin line. I moved to Seoul in 2007, and a number of those lines weren't even there. And hey, look, our train popped up. Good old number 2218. Choo choo. There's line 9. You could take that to Gimpo Airport. That one, every other train, not every other train, but they run express lines on that several times an hour as well, or express trains. Line 9 is one that opened up while I lived at Gangnam Station. And just to put things into perspective, this one actually is Shinnonan Station that serves Gangnam, but when they were building Line 9, I didn't really have any idea. There was minimal construction at street level, or minimal disruption, and then just one day, a whole new subway line opened. Same story with the Shinbundang line. I think Metrolinx could take a few pages out of their book here. And all right, we will cut back to the video once this train arrives. And pretty much all the stations have these platform doors now. That was something in Japan as well. Oh, I hear a train coming the other way. open gangways. There's a map. A digital map. An actual map. And this board here might have the next station info. Yeah, it's very hard to hear the announcements. And at the end of each car, they have a designated seating area for the injured, the elderly, the pregnant, or those with young children. They have this area here as well. You could park a wheelchair or a mobility device. Or apparently if you have luggage. Two more stops. You know what? I think I'm going to go to Gangnam actually instead of Yaksam. I'm gonna need to find some lunch, and I think that'll be a better area to get off. All right, now it is two more stops. flashes to let you know what side the door's on. But because of these platform protective doors here, we can't get a great view rolling in and out of each station. And they have the marking there that this is the end car, or the end of the car where you get that designated seating area, so people know where to queue up if they need to. In Japan, I think during rush hour they have women-only cars. I saw a lot of women-only markers. But that didn't seem to be getting adhered to, so I think that's only a rush hour only thing. So we're getting off at one of the most popular stops in all the land. So while the announcements are primarily in Korean and English, you also heard Mandarin and Japanese for the station announcements. I used to live right at exit 1. So I think that was a minimum fare for me. I just picked exit 11 here. Gonna go get some lunch. Thinking maybe I want to go exit 10. And believe it or not, there was once a Holika at the Young Eglinton Center. They got locked out by their landlord. Let's see these arrows that say stay to the right. Chuk. Tongheng. But people don't really pay attention to that here. They are now, but when it's crowded, it's kind of just a free-for-all. So when I recorded my video going from Gimpo to this area, I was on the other side of the street here, but I'm going to go into these back alleys and try to find a restaurant. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one, starting at the sports complex and then riding line 2 all the way over to Gangnam. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. From a hot Seoul, Korea during Chuseok. Thanks for watching, guys. Yoink.